cats are like your super honest friend. If you're in a bad mood, your cat's gonna be in a bad mood. And if you're in a great mood, your cat's gonna be in a good mood. And so they're kind of very reflective and really kind of tell us honestly, I'm done with you now. And we need some alone time. Dogs are always your most outgoing best friend that always wants to be with you. They always want to make sure that you're happy and you're satisfied with your life, and they just need attention constantly.
I have a dog named Zelda. She is 7. She's a mutt. I adopted her from the Humane Society when she was a puppy, and she's my best friend. She sleeps with me every night. She wants to protect me all the time, and I don't know what my life would be like without her, honestly.
This is the first dog I've personally owned. It's very much father and son, where it's a lot of me saying please and thank yous. It's a lot of me, you know, just kind of just watching him be a puppy and be a dog, and being very proud of the fact that I get to be privileged to have him in my life.
To know that I have something to come home to. He's always going to be happy when I come home, and that's always nice to feel. So even if I've had a really, really rough day, you know, I open the door, he is there greeting me with open arms and a big happy smile.
My dog is Captain Jack. He's a Lab and Vizsla mix. His favorite activity is fetch, and he has a certain favorite ball that he's very attached to.
My kids always said if I ever got a tattoo that it would probably be the names of my pets versus the names of my kids. Having an animal in your home, having another being to take care of and to be responsible for and to get affection from is really important.
Cat doesn't have the judgment. The cat will always be just a cat.
You know, feed, water. They like to go outside. Some of them go catch animals, pets.
They bring you treats.
Yeah, they bring us gifts from outside.
Recently we had a bird.
Be brought in.
Yeah.
Get caught and brought in.
Nice and bloody.
She didn't kill it. That's the problem.
Kill it.
We had a mouse too. She didn't kill it. That's the thing. Like,
she likes to play
if you want to bring me them,
kill them.
please kill them. Is my request.
She's not cruel.
It's a scientific fact that like petting animals lowers your blood pressure and, you know, helps with stress. And I certainly feel that way myself. I love having my animals sitting up on my lap, and I love hearing the sound of a cat purring, especially when it's a new foster and you just realize they're doing that because they feel comfortable. Or dogs that can fall asleep on your lap and just feel completely trustworthy of being there, that nothing's going to happen to them because you're there to take care of them.
I was skeptical at first because a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, it's just like the flu.
Probably around February I started hearing things about it.
I kind of dismissed it, and then I started hearing more and more about it.
We started hearing possibilities of closing the school.
I was laughing at the memes, but I was also very concerned.
Oh man, this might actually be serious.
I was like, okay, things are kind of shaping up to be very serious.
It became evident really fast when the cases started rising in the US and then eventually in Minnesota that this is not just the flu. And once that realization sunk in, I knew that life was going to be a lot different for probably a while.
Before the pandemic arrived, things were pretty much normal at MinSnap. Our mobile was out on the road as usual 7 days a week, and we were running 4 clinics from our headquarters here 4 days a week. We work with a sense of urgency every day because we have pet overpopulation breathing down our necks. So we want to get as many sterilizations done as possible to keep these animals out of shelters or being put down. When we were told that we couldn't operate anymore, it felt like we had the wind knocked out of us. What's going to happen to all these critters that can't get in for surgery? They're going to go into heat. Their owners are going to let them outside. Cats are going to get pregnant. We're going to have all these unwanted litters. And we already feel like we just need to keep going and keep going. Now we feel like we're even further behind. It's better now because we're open and we're running 2 clinics here a day, so we're getting a lot accomplished, but I still struggle to acquire the PPE that we need from day to day. We've had to change some of our drug protocols to adjust to the lack of certain anesthetic or pain-killing drugs not being available. So it's been a struggle, but we have all risen to the occasion and have run these clinics out of here, I think, pretty smoothly. And we've all managed to stay healthy as well. So it feels good to get back to doing the work that we were meant to do.
There's a lot of tension in the world right now. Everyone's seen the memes, about 2020 being like, a road that explodes right when you get to the, turn that you need or something like that. But it's been crazy, and I remember thinking when this first started, oh gosh, this is gonna suck for a while, but it'll be okay. And then thing after thing after thing happened. There's all this social unrest and inequality, and then it's an election year, and that always raises tensions too. So it just seems like there's this building of stress among everybody.
Zelda knew something was wrong for sure.
I was not very surprised by it happening, unfortunately. I was very angry about the steps that we're taking afterwards.
It's a hard feeling to kind of describe into words. The amount of frustration and fatigue and sadness that George Floyd, even his name, that just came to mind to me throughout that entire day. It was a really tough day.
Being black in America for 43 years, the painful aspect of it causes me personally, and I can't speak for everybody, but for me personally, there's a numbing that happens because you see it so often, and having experienced it myself.
The other part of the George Floyd murder is that, I don't know if everyone knows this, but white supremacists started threatening North Minneapolis.
When all the rioting and looting things started up, which got pretty close to home, I got more or less just prepared.
After the protests and riots started happening, that's when it basically became impossible to sleep at night, where I was, pretty much staying up to make sure nothing had happened to my house or nothing happened to the people around me.
It was really devastating to see this neighborhood tear itself apart, but at the same time know that people are hurting, and, uprising is the language of the oppressed, and it's so important that we be here for our community and that we continue to provide services for people here who need us.
I really hope that our human-animal bonds are just strengthened through this process. People are really understanding the value of pets now in their homes during these really stressful times, and we're just seeing an increased amount of love.
At the end of the day, my life is so much better with Zelda. I could not imagine. I could not imagine my life without Zelda.
What I learned about myself is that I don't take isolation the greatest, even though I seem to be very isolated in most of my life and things, like as an artist and whatever. But yeah, I learned that that's not the truth. So definitely a saving grace having him there.
Cat is the boss.
Right. Cat is the owner. Cat is the employer.
You're the employee.
Right.
That's the best way to look at it.
And it's a great employment.
Yeah.
They offer great benefits.
Amazing
and
benefits.
They actually don't require too much from you, depending on the cat.
COVID definitely has changed my relationship with Jack. He's seeing me home a lot more often now, which I think he really appreciates. We get our daily snuggle in right around lunchtime.
He's a freeloader. He has no hobby or no job, so I have to pick up extra slack. Just kidding.
Yeah, I think the way we treat animals, I think there's a Gandhi quote that says something about, the way a society treats its animals reflects, their humanity. It's true. I think if we treat our animal companions with respect, that says a lot about us as human beings. And if we don't, that equally says a lot.
So many animals that need homes, and I think we can do our part to prevent that by spaying and neutering your pet.